Day number 8 of the MSI 2023 here in London, and day number 2 of the bracket stage. It's Mad Lions going against T1, the first seed of the LEC going against the second seed from the LCK Spring Split. It's up to 5 games of hopefully pure entertainment lying right in front of us, and we will straight go into Game 1.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Both teams were directly qualified for this tournament, and so it's Game 1 for each of them. Mad Lions starting from the blue side with Chasey in the top lane, on the cannon Elyoya, on the Lee Sin. Niski is playing T-Time with Annie and Tibbers in the mid lane, Karsi on the Xayah, and Hillisang on the Pike. And for the team from Korea, it's Zeus playing the K'Sante, Ona, he's on the Kha'Zix, Faker, he's playing the Nautilus, Gumayushi the Aphelios, and last but not least, Carrier on Lulu. First gank of the game, and we see Ona coming in. Faker, he hooks on Niski, who's getting low, but Elyoya comes in trying to save the day there for his mid laner, and he takes down Faker. Niski is one shot, but he stuns Ona now, and he becomes the target. Not in rage to take out Niski. Elyoya connects the Sonic Wave, flashes out, and dashes back in with the resonating strike for the second kill. Elyoya now in the bot lane, taking up a dive there, but it's an EQ combo from Hillisang that stuns Gumayushi, and it's no chance for the Aphelios there as Elyoya is taking the third kill of the game. And Carrier, he's now trapped under his turret, and Ona, he can only watch at the petition that arises there by the hands of 4 members of Mad. And we're up into the Dragon Pit now, where we see Ona leaping in. Faker as well comes in with a hook. Guarded by her Tibbers there, but the Annie in grave danger. Niski getting lower there. Elyoya trying to save him, and Hillisang, he comes in clutch, but not clutch enough as Faker is taking down Niski. But again, it's Elyoya, sending him into the grey screen as well. But now Carrier, he's under pressure, flashes over the wall, will get away, and so in the end this will be a trade 1-for-1. Almost 8 minutes into the game, we see both bot laners of T1, they're on the retreat. Carrier, he seems to be in safe distance, but Guma, he's left behind there, and 3 Lions now going wild on him. Ona and Faker, they're working the Herald, but it's Niski with the Tibbers stun, joined by Hillisang and Elyoya, and they just evaporate the T1 mid laner. And so they will take the Herald, and be then up by 4,000 gold, and it's just a huge start for the team from the LEC. Back into the mid lane we go as we see Hillisang and Niski going there for Faker. Hilly dashes in, Faker tries to hook out, but it's a Q of Pike that connects. Faker stunned by the W of Niski, the Tibbers is spawned. He hooks out again, but the death from below will live up to its name, and it's Hillisang collecting the kill. The Mad Lions are just dominating this game so far, and they will take the first turret gold as well. Now 11.5 minutes into the game, we watch a battle between the 2 top laners. Zeus with the all-out and Chasey. The slicing maelstrom damage diminished there by the Pathmaker. Chasey tries to get away there under his turret, but the charged and Tofu strikes will take him down. Another top lane battle there just a minute later, but now Zeus, he's attended by his jungler Ona. And Chasey, he dances around his 2 opponents, stuns Ona there. And he buys all the time that he can get for the turret to make some damage. He's slain there by Zeus, but will it be enough for the K'Sante to get away? No, it won't. And so Chasey gets the trade 1-for-1. The top lane's just the place to be at the moment, as we see now both top laners there. Karsi, he lets the feathers fly, and Hillisang with his ult. Let's Guma look into the grey. And look at the goal difference there at the bottom screen, speaking volumes for now. But as we see Karsi taking down the top lane, T1 is Chasey running away there from Ona. But the Apex Void Predator won't leave the Yordle alive, as we see Faker there connecting the hook to Hillisang, who dashes over the wall and tries to get away there from the Nautilus. And he does so with success, as in this case stuns the T1 mid laner, summons the Tibbers, and now it's practically a 3v1 there. Faker hooks out of danger, Carrier comes to help, and so do Gumayushi and Ona. And so the tides turn on this fight. Faker, he flashes in, Hillisang rooted and polymorphed, flashes out, Ona with the voice spikes, and then Guma with the flash gale force. And so Hilly's down, but Karsi comes in with the Feather Storm, recalls, and Guma falls, and so does Faker as well. And the Lions, they trade 2-for-1. And just a couple of seconds later, we see Zeus there in the top lane, trapped by Chasey and by Elyoya, who comes in with the Dragon's Rage. And the T1 top laner there, fighting as hard as he can, but all he can do is to buy some seconds for his team before he's sent to the fountain. And we now hop into the Dragon Pit, where we see the Hellbow melted down, and Ona, he secures it for T1. In the follow-up teamfight, Zeus gets hooked and almost insta-killed there. On the other side, it's Niski in the crosshairs of T1. He's in the stopwatch there, and as he comes out, he almost immediately stuns Ona. He takes so much damage, and now it's Chasey hunting him down. Guma finished off Niski. And so it's a 1-for-1 for the moment, as Faker goes in with the Nautilus hook there on the cannon. Chasey gets knocked up, rooted, and then taken out by Guma as well. But at the same time, Faker already with the ult there on Hillisang, who tries to let his hook on Guma, but Gale Force dodges it and takes down Hilly for the triple kill. Zeus with the flash all out on Elyoya, and the K'Sante survives with 5 HP. And Carson now going for Faker, not impressed there by the Riptide at all. And he gets polymorphed until Faker's safe for the moment, but Carson then immediately returns and lets that feathers fly. Ayoya comes in. And the bot lane of T1 gets destroyed there. Seal strikes back with vengeance on Carsey to take him down. Ayoya and Faker in the battle there, but none of them managed to kill the other. And this scene ain't over yet. Niski teleports and he respawned already. And so is Ona coming from the top side, but Faker, he takes the Hexgate. And he's just eaten the abilities of the Annie. He won't die, but instead he hooks out Lee Sin and takes out Ayoya. Niski then kills him, but he himself falls victim to the returning Carsix. And so at the bottom line, the team fight goes to T1. And we now see in the top side jungle Faker flashing in, hooking Niski. And he just gets bursted. And Hillising, he follows him into the grave. And so it's T1, although they were so far behind. They twice found an angle for a successful team fight. But now in the mid lane we see Shelly there summoned by the Mad Lions, about to rush into the T2 and smashing it down. And we skip a minute and a half as we see Elyoya there at the bottom right screen, bringing down the third Herald of the game. And Alliance still up by 5k gold now, going for the Baron, and they're going to flip it, because none of them watches Oda, who leaps in and steals the Baron away from them. A Faker hooks Niski, hits him in Elyoya with his ult. Niski activates his Sonya just before death, as Faker is slain. But so are Niski and Chasey for the Lions. But now look at Guma, he gets in the crosshairs of Elyoya and Carsey and is sent into the grave. But Carsey's sent there too right away. Zeus collects the shutdown, who's now going for Elyoya. But the Lions jungler slays the T1 top laner. It's just pure madness and carnage in the Rift, as we see the team from the LCK taking down the T1 and the Tier 2 turret in the mid lane. And with the gold cap of only 3,000 now left, Mad Lions are going for the T2 in the top lane. As we are now 27 minutes into the game, where Faker connects the hook on Elyoya, follows with the death charge, and Guma, he gale forces in and finish off Niski. And again it's T1 getting themselves in an advantageous position to now bring down the fourth dragon of the game, even out the dragon buffs, and on top of that, smash the Tier 1 turret in the bot lane as well. And with this they have now diminished the gold cap down to an amount of an almost meaningless 2,000. At the bottom side screen we see Zeus attacked by Carsey, rooted by him, Hillising with the hook, and he's sent into the realms of death. And all the Lions approaching the river, where the Baron Nesha is already waiting. Hillisang already at the wall, advancing over it with the flash, but it was too early, his team is not ready yet. And so he's walking into the full parade of damage there by T1. As Faker gets the kill, Elyoya now going in, but he as well will be slain by Gumayoshi. Niski falls, Carsey follows, and so will Chasey, just seconds after. And the Mad Lions got aced there. And T1, they even out this game. And they finally managed to put themselves in the driving seat for the next 3 minutes of Baron power play. As we see Zeus, they're already taking down the top lane T1, and we hop into the Dragon Pit. 32.5 minutes into the game as we see the next stretch line there by Faker connecting on Carsey, who then immediately gets slain. Elyoya tries to get away using Hillisang there, but they both get pulled back by the Cassante Q, which will be the undoing for the next 2 members of Mad Lions. And they don't have enough. Zeus, without his ult, TP's in right in front of a full life Chasey, who then instantly activates his slicing maelstrom, and he knows that he has to get away there, also using his flash before the rest of T1 joins the scene. And they are now going for the mid lane inhib turret and the inhib itself. And with the Nexus inside, they know that they can now turn around a game that was dominated by the Lions for so long. But now the team from the LEC stands in front of their own Nexus turrets. As Zeus there pulls Niski with another Tofu strike. And Faker, he holds off Hillisang and Chasey. And he buys so much important time for his team to attack the Nexus. And Carsey won't be enough to fend off T1. And so they steal away the game from the Lions. What a performance there by the team from the LCK in Game 1 to come back strong and in the end win the game. And they are now again playing from the red side with Zeus on the Karma in the top lane. Ona, he's on the Maokai, Faker plays the Cassante, and in their bot lane again, it's Aphelios and Lulu for Guma and Carrier. And as you can see, it's the 200th game for Faker on an international stage, as we see Ona there, just walking into an early trap set up there by Elyoya, Hillisang and Carsey. And they're now melting down the health bar of the Maokai, and the tree is chopped down. First blood drawn by Hillisang for the Mad Lions. We're playing with the following team composition. It's Chasey in the top lane, now on the cannon, and Elyoya, he again plays the Lee Sin. Niski, he's on Alessandra on the mid lane. Kasi plays again Luxaya and Hillising. We just saw drawing first blood. He did it with a rel. And after an intense game 1 and this early kill, we will hope that the action continues this way. And so we go into the mid lane. Elyoya comes in for the gank. The glacial part of Niski just hits Ona. Faker with the footwork shield. And now they try to trade back some damage as we see the bot lane for a moment. Kasi, his screen is just about to turn grey, but he gets away. And now we hop back into the mid lane where Faker limps away. The footwork shield will save him. And so Niski will turn back towards the mid lane where it's Ona with the flash Q W taking out Elyoya. The Mad Lions jungler caught there off guard. But just a minute later, he's already back with Hillisang, who crashes down, and then the resonating strike gets the Lions jungler the revenge. But now he himself is in some trouble, called Gumayushi there, and he follows him, slows him, roots him with his gravity cannon, and his fate is sealed. The first dragon of the game is going to T1 after almost 7.5 minutes. And just a minute later we're up into the topside river, with Niski with the recall there. But his presence will be revealed by the ward there to carry on Ona. And they will just say thank you very much, sir, while sending him back to the fountain. And we will stick with the scene following the camp up to the Herald. Ona and Zeus working down its health bars. Elyoya comes in, chasing in the vicinity. Resonating strike on Zeus, blast cone by Chasey. The slicing maelstrom activated. As Zeus flashes over the wall with 12 HP left. Activates his shield, survives a shuriken, dodges the second. And he buys so much time for Faker and Ona, who can now slay the Herald. There will be no chance for Zeus in the end to survive this one. But he did the most out of this situation as he enabled his team to take the Herald. As we up into the bot lane, where an all-or-nothing battle broke out. The Moonlight Vigil dodged there by the Feather Storm. Carrier's left with almost no HP, but Guma, he's going for Illiseng, who's low on the T1 ADC. Will kill the Mad Lion supporter, and now they're chasing Kasi, who's taking a hit, and then another. But further up on the screen, it's Niski against Faker in a 1v1. Then Lissandra trying to get away there with the Glacial Path, but Faker goes in all or nothing, all out, into a Tofu Strike. He's on the turret, collects the kill with the Pathmaker, but then the turret will get him killed as well. That's Hilliseng on the rail with the Magnum Storm, but he's rooted by the Nature's Craftsman, so he won't pull anyone away. But instead it's Ona passing Hilly, and now with the engage on Kasi. Twisted advance into Bramble Smash. Hilly's already down. Elyoya tries everything to save his team there, but all 3 members of Mad Lions will be slain. And now Gumayushi, he's already on 4 kills. They summon the Herald, and by its help, the Tier 1 turret will crumble. And the living dread of all turrets has its hunger for destruction not yet stilled. And it also gets the charge off onto the Tier 2 turret. We see the second dragon of the game in the pockets of T1 there. And we're up into the topside river, where the first team fight of the game will arise. As Zeus becomes the target for the Lions. And as for they're going for him, only Kasi's left behind. But they will be stunned by Ona's Nature's Grasp. Hilliseng is getting low and Faker with the all-out, and Kasi takes him away. The Royal Force, Elyoya is trying to save his ADC. And he will be saved, but Chasey he falls. And Faker, he flushes away and survives this one. 2-for-nothing trade there for T1. And a minute later, they will destroy the first turret in the mid lane, and they will obtain the Herald. And at almost 17 minutes, the destruction of turrets will continue, as T1 is taking one in the top lane. And Chasey, he in return takes down the bot lane T1. But look at the goal difference, which is already at 6,000 in favor for the team from the LCK. But the Lions about to change this as they now put their crosshairs on the top lane T1 and on Faker, who's already stunned and now activates his Pathmaker. He's in a 1v2, now in a 1v3, and the forecast for him now become pretty greyish, as we see the mid lane, with Kasi taking so much damage, but he will get away alive. Faker's dead. And on the bot lane, Ona, he has summoned the Scaly Lady, and she's about to charge and destroy the Tier 2 turret, while Ona and Zeus are trying to do the same to Chasey, who has a Slicing Maelstrom already activated. Dashes away now with the Hextag Rocket Belt. He's taking more and more damage, and his health bar has already disappeared. As now Hilliseng and Elyoya join the scene. And the Lions now, a bit more than 30 seconds without their top laner. And in the mid lane it's Carrier and Guma, working down the inner turret. Kasi comes in, tries to fend them off, but on the other side on the map in the top lane, it's Niski on Alessandra, going for the T2. But look at the mid lane there, where it's Guma with the Gale Force in on Kasi. And he just bursts him into the grey. His damage is just insane. And now they can take down the mid lane inhib. And only by now their team is completed as Faker TP's in. And now they're going for the bot lane inhib as well. Niski still on the recall. And so it's only Elyoya and Hilliseng against 4 members of T1. And they can only watch how their base gets more and more destroyed. 20 minutes have passed as T1 is now taking Soul Point, and just another minute later they are going for the next engage towards the base through the topside jungle. Here they come with Ona and his Nature's Grass, and it will be Hylissang who becomes the first target, and he's slain faster than I could possibly speak. And so the Mad Lions will be missing their supporter for the next 30 seconds as T1 is turning immediately for the Baron Esche. Alioya through the Hex Gates gets himself in position for a potential steal, which would be probably at that point the last chance for the team from the LEC to turn this game around. But it's Carrier on Lulu, going for the polymorph, and it comes in clutch. No chance for the jungler of Mad Lions there to activate a steal. And so it's T1 taking the Baron, and now like a swarm of sharks going for Chasey, bursting him back to the fountain. And now it's Niski alone there on the retreat. The twisted advance of Ona comes in, but so is the E of Hylissang, who's already respawned and grants his mid laner their advanced movement speed. And so Niski gets away there with his life. But the raging train with the label T1 on it is steamrolling through the top lane there, taking the T2. Now they're going for the T3, and the inhib won't stand any chance there. And without Chasey, the Lions are missing a crucial part of their front line. He respawns only in a couple of seconds, and before he returns, T1 will be gone, just to take another approach. Now coming through the bot lane, as we see Faker there chasing Alioya through the Hex Gates. They're in the 1v1 in the bot side jungle. The rest of the teams are fighting in the bot lane now. Chasey is coming for the flank. And now it's Kasi going in and throwing all the feathers that he could possibly find. Hylissang is going for Zeus, who's low, but Faker, he comes in and takes out the Mad Lions ADC. Hylissang as well already in the grey screen, and now they're chasing down Nitsuke. And again it's Faker, he pulls him back with a flash Q, and Alioya with a suicide engage, nothing else left for him to do. And it will be T1 taking the second game as well after 24 minutes. They will take the commanding lead on the series, having now 3 match ball games. Game number 3 will be the first of them, and we will straight hop into this one. And so here we are, match point game number 1. The Lions trying everything to extend the series into a game 4. And they will try to do so with Chasey on the Cassante. Alioya, he plays again the Lee Sin. Niski, he's on a Twisted Fate. Kasi on the Ezreal. And Hylissang playing the Annie. And looking for a clean sweep on this series. T1 now playing again from the red side with Zeus on the Sion on the top lane. Ona again on the Maokai Faker. He plays the Ari Gumayushi. He shows us the Jinx. And Carrier, he will be on the Tom Kench. Only 2 minutes into the game, we see the first dive there. T1 about to go in with Zeus, still level 1 on the Zion, but also Alioya now joins the fight. And Zeus, he will tank the tower aggro, taking the first shot as they're going for Kasi. The Zion falls, and so now it's zombie Zeus going for Hylissang there. Kasi's already killed by Guma, and Zeus, he will take down Hylissang, and so this play pays out for T1 there. Again on the bot lane now, after almost 5 minutes, is the abyssal dive of Carrier that will not connect on Kasi. Alioya and Hylissang there, but the damage is not enough, and so they fall further back. Kasi gets ignited. Ona is chasing after him, and in the end he will manage to grey screen the Ezreal, and also Hylissang there, stunned by the Tom Kench Q, is sent to the grave. Action now taking place simultaneously in the top and in the bot lane, but we will set the focus on the left screen where it's Zeus dived there by Alioya and Chasey, and he's already at little HP, left there under his turret. Alioya and Chasey going for it, and it will be Alioya who collects the kill, but then in return gets slain by the turret, so it's a trade 1-for-1, and we hop into the bot lane. Guma and Carrier on the other side, Niski at low HP, and from the bottom left screen it's the Ari of Faker joining the fight, and he brings distress and decay into the lines of the Mad Lions. Kasi, Hylissang, and then also Niski, they will all fall, as Guma will already collect his 3rd kill, and Faker his 2nd. But the scene ain't over yet, as Faker and Ona are predicting and anticipating Alioya to be in his bot side jungle, and as quickly as he's respawned, he will count down the respawn timer again. And now it's Ona securing the Drake there for T1, and in the mid lane it's Niski between Faker, Carrier and also Zeus, but what he didn't expect probably was this super mega death rocket there, flying in from across the map with best regards from Gumayushi, who will collect his 5th kill of the game. Mad Lions now behind by almost 3,000 gold, but they could collect the Herald earlier, and so the sweet Rift Lady will rush into the T1 in the top lane, but only for a play then off. And we're still on the top lane, but a minute later, as we see on the bottom right screen, Guma taking down the bot lane T1, as he is Faker and Ona are chasing all members of Mad Lions except for Kasi. Faker with the Spirit Rush Foxfire gets stunned there by the gold cut of Niski, and so they back off, but Alioya dashes after them with his Q, but he gets chomped, and in the end taken down. And at the bottom screen it's Carrier who devours Chasey, but the remaining members of the Lions will survive this. And we still stay in the top lane. Just half a minute later, Chasey becomes the lunch for Carrier for the second time. But this time, he will be spitted out in front of Gumayushi and Ona. And as 3, they will take out the Mad Lions top laner. I will stick with the scene for a moment as we go into the mid lane where it's Faker. Attacked up by the True Shot Barrage, and finds himself against 3 members of the Lions. He goes into the topside river where it's Ona coming in, trying to help his mid laner. But the Ahri is already stunned, once by the Annie and then twice by the Twisted Fate gold card. And in the end, it's Carsey collecting the 300 shutdown gold. A bit more than 30 minutes into the game, it's Faker. He becomes the target for the Mad Lions again. The Annie Q stuns him, and the Destiny teleport by Niski, who makes it a 3v1 now. A 4v1 as the Tibbers is spawned. Faker under his tower, connects the Everfrost on Elioya, and his Q will take him down. What a move there by Faker, who managed to trade 1 for 1. And on the mid lane, it's the tier 1 turret falling to the feet of Gumayushi. But in the top lane, it's Niski who destroys the turret of T1 there in return. As we see Ona here, bringing down the second dragon of the game. At the bottom line stands a gold lead of about 5,000 in favor for T1 at the moment. And on top of that, they're about to take the second herald of the game, which will put them comfortably in the driving seat. The top lane T1 on the sides of Mad Lions falls, the herald is spawned, and the engage on Niski begins. He's rooted and bullied around by the Maokai of Ona, but he dodges the Super Mega Death Rocket with a stopwatch. But it won't help him, Guma takes him down anyways. T1 moving further forward. Elioya, he gets charmed and rooted, but he will escape there for now. The top lane T2 now is history. Only 3 members of the Lions left there as Chasey is in the bot lane for the counter-attack. And now the Scaly Lady of Rage rushes into the inhib turret. And it's crumbling. Only 16 minutes into the game and the base of the Mad Lions is already falling into pieces. As Elisang gets killed by Gumayushi. The Jinx gets excited. They chase down Elioya and Carsey. The Nexus turrets are free for the taking because the Herald is still alive up until now. As Chasey and Niski return. Can they do anything against the superior forces of T1? Zeus dashes in on Chasey and he gets evaporated within a second. Elisang returns, but the Nexus is exposed and all members of T1 are still living. The Lions manage to take out Carrier, but it won't be enough. T1 defeats the Mad Lions in under 17 minutes. And so they take the series with a dominant performance in their first match point game. And they will proceed to the upper bracket where we will have a revival of the Spring Split Finals. Gen G against T1. And in the lower bracket it will be G2 facing the Mad Lions.